Oh, pirates, yes, they robbed I, sold I to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit, but my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. I went to Ronald McNair, graduated from there, and then went up to MA. My education there got cut short because I got into a little trouble there. Just got kicked out the district, trying to sell a pistol at school. Just the whole, it was just crazy. It was just crazy. At first, I just wanted to have it, walk around with it, flash it, just to be cool, or made people scared. It made me feel like I had power when I had it, and to tell you the truth, trying to sell a pistol was, I just sold it to see how much money I was gonna get out of it, but I wasn't really gonna sell it. But that just led, me getting arrested, and I kind of hung around, some of the popular kids, and well, mostly, the football players, and there was a whole. I was everywhere, to tell you the truth, at MA. My own, same thing. It wasn't really hanging with the crowd. It's just me, just trying to prove to myself, like, youngsters, when you had off-campus lunch, and, back then you had friends that you want to buy lunch for, so you could feel like you're the man, have money at all times. My father was a reverend, and the only thing when I was growing up, because now that's like he's my biggest idol now. But back then it was more like, man, Dad, he's straight, he's everything by the book, And me, I didn't even want to, follow his footsteps. When I was younger, real young, I always wanted to be like Daddy. But when I got into that stage, that area of the team, I wanted to do my own thing, And I went to one of the liquor stores close by. Me and another cousin, we went in there and just grabbed some drinks and just walked up out of there without paying. It was just crazy that night. And then we just got all wasted. Everybody was like wanting to go, everybody wanted to go sleep. But I'm, the knucklehead, I'm like, man, let's go see what's going on. So there was a restaurant where we stayed at that had big windows, and I'm, in my mind, I'm like, man, this windows look so beautiful if I was to start busting them, right? So I ended up hitting the windows, and all I remember that night after I was hitting the windows, like all the cousins going in there, we're all going in there, and one of the cousins outside just counting down like 45, 46. And I remember turning around like, dude, what you counting for? He's like, I'm counting the alarm, how fast the police gonna get here. We only got these many seconds left, right? So everybody's in there, everything's coming out there, out of the restaurant. Cash register, vacuum, dishes, cakes, and it was crazy. It was a crazy night. No, I was ready to take on the world. When you get so loaded that you think you King Kong, on my police report, it even said, they had to mace me down, handcuff me. I think they kind of beat me, Because I was in the tank, my jaw was like, I had to hit it back, I had to hit my jaw back into place, like, I met a beautiful young lady by the name of Julita. I fell in love with her and ended up, I got her pregnant, which was totally in Polynesian culture, it was like the biggest no-no you could ever have. We had our first boy, and matter of fact, I was in jail when my son was born. When my first son was born, my oldest. When I had my son, that was like almost a turning point for me, because then I started working, started busting my butt, you know, trying to provide for my, we weren't married yet, for my girlfriend at the time, you know, and my son. And then, you know, just started pursuing having a family. I've been a, you know, what they call on and off Christian, you know what I mean? Which I think there's a lot of us out there. But I mean, I can only speak for myself. You know what I mean? I could be, you know, real straight one day, and the next day just like totally just forget about it, you know what I mean? That's when I know I really ain't, you know, I ain't rooted in what I need to be rooted in, you know what I mean? Which is, you know, reading my word and praying, you feel me? So I'm trying to, but it's getting better. It's getting better right now. I am friendly, won't you help to sing these songs of freedom, 'cause all I ever have, redemption songs, redemption songs. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop at the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Ooh, think about it first. So anything that you do, it always starts with up here. So now I'm taking a step back in my mind to be like, hold on, let me think about what I'm thinking about. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, that full turnaround was basically for my wife and kids, just wanting to give them a better life. Well, not better life, but give them a life, like, you know, actual family life, you know, where it's the father, the mother, and the kids. Not, you know, if I was still doing what I was doing, it would have just been single mom, kids, you know, or I'm talking about me doing the things that I used to do real hard, and I wouldn't be there for them. Yeah, it wouldn't affect me if it affects, and that's something that she always tells me, like, dude, you gotta think about what you do, because you're not just affecting yourself. Remember, there's me and then there's the kids. So, I mean, that had me really think, like, man, there's nothing in this world that that amounts to my wife and my kids, you know.
I have a maker. He forms my heart.